It's the Don't Make It Weird podcast with your hosts, Daniel and Dina Soros.
Oh my goodness, we are back. This is my favorite time of the week. I hope it's your favorite time of the week. I am one of your hosts, Daniel Quigley, and I am joined by the queen of quadratic quackery, Dina Soros. How's it going, Dina?
Did you just call me a duck? That was your worst intro ever.
This was the best one ever. I had to find cue words on the quick, and there's just not that many.
Hey, there's another one.
See? Yeah, I could have done all of those. Yeah, I could have had maybe the Queen of Quandaries. Ooh, that would have been good. Yeah, well, you're a duck now, Dina, so congratulations. We... Can you do your duck noise again for us? Hold on.
Wait.
That's not what a duck says.
I can't do like the what is that Donald Duck, like the what is that? You know what I'm talking about? That some people can do.
This is perfect. We're going to have to work on Dina doing Donald Duck voices the rest of this show. I am very intrigued. But until then, I am joined, as always, we are joined by the man behind the proverbial glass, the Ron Swanson, and the only adult in our room, producer Sean. How's it going, buddy?
My mood is acceptable.
He's very excited for the show. You can see the high level of energy he brings for us. So on today's show, we are going to be talking tropes. Your favorite ones, the classic ones, the ones that you hate. Oh my goodness, and it is going to be tremendous. Also, it's going to be Dina's dance move of the day. That's our new section. Are you ready for that, Dina? For the folks at home, she is just dancing seductively. Our YouTubers know I'm lying, though.
Yeah.
All right, so in addition to that, Dina, tell the folks what we have in store for them if they stick around for Dina's story time.
Today we're going to talk about that time that I accidentally joined a motorcycle gang and somebody...
The Cinderella story that stole the pole at the last minute.
Somebody may or may not be dead. I don't know the ending. So
oh no. Yeah, where's our... There it is. So before we even get into our first game, we do our starting segment where we fucked up from last week. And producer Sean, the Dina and the Just the Mess episode.
Well, as expected, you flubbed the plug.
Jesus Christ, I'm so bad.
By the way,
for folks at home to think this is a bit, yeah. For folks at home to think that this is a bit, and it's like, Daniel's just playing up to being stupid. No, this is me being my authentic self and embarrassing myself every single podcast.
If you were faking it, I would want it to be a little more clever.
I know.
Because when you try to fake it, you do it right.
Yeah, that's the issue. It's like, we'll be like, Daniel, are you going to fuck this up? And then he's like, yeah, I'll totally do it. And then he gets it right. And we're like, oh, you missed your cue.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Sean, tell us where we fucked up with the Just the Mess episode and why we should be embarrassed and all feel bad about ourselves.
Well, first, I know Dina fixed it at the end of the episode, but I think we should throw out another plug.
Don't miss Lost Boys Press presents Not Meant for Each Other, an anthology featuring an original story by Just the Mess entitled Nameless. Available June 24th. Pre-orders available now on Amazon.com.
And let me tell you, Lost Boys Press is an amazing little indie press. Chad Ryan and the rest of that crew there, they just had Chimera come out. I'm telling you, this is a whole series of books that you're going to want to check out. Anything by Lost Boys is amazing.
Wait, is it Chimera or Chimera?
Chimera.
It's definitely Chimera. You thought it was Chimera all this time?
Oh, it's one of those cases where you learn a word by reading it and you've never heard it out loud before, right?
Yeah, because in one of my favorite book series, they have Chimera pets.
No.
I thought that they were
Chimeras.
It makes sense. If you had never heard that word before, it looks like it could say chimera.
And like they could shimmer into other forms.
Oh, we might have just come up with our next monster. That's... But think about how less intimidating, like a chimera, it's like the hard, like kind of K sound, you know, it's like tough and intimidating, but like a chimera feels like something like I'd be giving to my daughter. It's like, oh, hey, here's Princess Chimera.
That's what I always pictured, because I was like, wow, what a nice little pet.
They're monsters.
I thought that they were
Dina.
pets.
Oh no!
Now Chad's never gonna come on the show.
Chad Ryan was sorry. Dina does not speak for our show.
I'm sorry, baby.
I'm so
I'm sorry.
sorry.
We didn't mean it.
We just need to go ahead and have that audio queued up for like 20 times a show.
Yeah, right. Okay, moving on. Continuing on the Dina train here. For the record, quarts are an imperial measurement. Liters are a metric measurement.
Wait.
The United States uses the imperial system. Canada uses the metric system, as does most of the rest of the world. Because it makes sense. Everything's in tens and hundreds. It's easy to convert stuff.
Yeah, in America, we just say, fuck it. Yeah.
Oh, what's a foot? I don't know. What's a foot? Some arbitrary number of inches? What's an inch? Like millimeters, centimeters, meters, it all makes way more sense.
I just want to know, like, the first asshole that came up with that. Like, I'm sure it's, like, available on Google, but I want to be, like, the first guy's like, yeah, man, this is inches. This is what we're calling inches. This little, like, measurement, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's just, like, from my first knuckle to, yeah, that's an inch. But
Wait,
my knuckle's bigger than yours. What's cubic?
No, is cubic, is that considered metric or American, or is that just, like, outdated because nobody uses it?
Cubic?
Like
Like, as in
Is
cubic
that the right
feet?
term?
well,
No.
because cubic
Like what
only
Noah used
is a
to build the
modifier.
ark.
You use it in both, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, you can say cubic meters or cubic feet. It's measuring a volume of a space.
I know, no, it's
Cubic
18
volume of a
inches.
space.
Oh my god, people are falling
A
asleep
cubic?
right now.
Are you
Saying
no,
there's a measurement.
This is
Are you
why
saying there's a
Belgium doesn't
measurement?
love us anymore, guys.
I'm sorry. You're saying there's a measurement called a cubic, and it's approximately 18 inches?
Yes, because Noah used it to build the ark, and it's from here to here, and it's approximately 18 inches.
That explains a lot. Okay, yeah, so that's probably outdated. I'd have to fact check that one.
We're using
I'm pretty
biblical
sure-
measurements now.
I'm pretty sure if we built the ark today, it wouldn't be in cubics.
I'm excited. We're gonna.
I mean,
We're gonna
almost.
I would keep it real.
Ooh.
I caught myself before
my
I
God.
sipped. Okay. Also,
Wait, see, I can't see it. Wait, that's a buffalo. That's a buffalo. That's
No.
a buffalo.
No.
That's a buffalo.
Quigley got buffaloed. Buffalo Quigley.
Give me the noise. Give me the noise.
Oh my god. Am I
There we
really
go.
the first person that's gonna be buffaloed on this damn show?
I mean, Wes got me.
You've gotten by like 4 or 5 times, and I didn't catch it until the edit. So the fact that we actually caught it live is incredible.
Whoever came up with this stupid game, I hate him. All right, hold on. You guys discuss
I
our
just-
other fuck ups.
He just opened that too.
I just want you to know that it literally froze with him on his right hand. That's the only way that I knew. How did you
Chugging
check that
White
so
Claws.
fast?
Good catch. Lots of practice.
If you knew my buddy Josh, you would think I was incredibly slow.
It's true.
Oh my god, he's actually won chugging challenges at bars. He literally is able to open his mouth up like a freaking pelican.
My brother can do that. It's really creepy.
All right, so where else did we fuck up, Sean? Besides
So,
for our,
and for the record, I left all of this in the edit. I used a poor choice of words when describing what I thought was Dina's writing style and her current work in progress, and she took it totally in the unintended way, as if I was shitting all over her as a writer.
and then like a
And
pack
then
of
her and
velociraptors.
Jess just jumped on me, beat me down.
Like a pack of
deserved it.
velociraptors, man. They were just freaking clever.
Yeah,
Wait, do that again. Make that.
that
do
wasn't a sound effect, people. That wasn't a sound effect.
Dina is now the queen of sound effects.
I am totally going to clip that from this episode and add it to my soundboard.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Dina and sound effects is probably my favorite thing in the entire world.
I try really hard.
Her and Michael Winslow, nearly identical.
Yeah, easily.
All right, do we have any other
What
fuck
were we
ups
talking
before?
about? Oh,
No more fuck ups. I think we can move on to the game segment at this point.
All right, perfect. So now since I've already made an ass of myself, we are moving on to a segment I'm so excited. It is inspired by the card game Superfight. And here's how this works. Me, Sean, and Dina, well, mostly me and Dina, producer Sean might have tossed in a couple of things. We came up with some categories. We're going to have a big hypothetical superhero fight. We're going to each pick a champion at random. Sorry, that White Claw is just coming up right now.
It's bubbly.
It's very bubbly. That is a very bubbly
That's what
drink.
my problem was last time.
So we are going to have champions on our behalf that is going to be drawn at random from, we picked 3 categories, which is a character, and this character could be from anything. Could be from TV shows, movies, books, or real life people and actors. We picked superpowers, and these superpowers can be anything from shooting lightning bolts out of your nose to, looking like Gollum from freaking Lord of the Rings, whatever. We're going to pick 2 superpowers at random from this list. And the third thing is going to be traits, which are going to be some mitigating personality defects that are going to make being a superhero badass probably a little bit harder. And so what will happen is that...
defects?
Or positive things, whichever you want, Dina.
So bad at games.
So what's going to happen is we're going to pick 1 character, 2 superpowers, 1 character trait at random from this giant pool of hypotheticals that we've all created. We are each going to have 1 minute to state our case about why our superhero would beat the other superhero. Then we'll each have 30 seconds for rebuttals after each person has talked. At the end, producer Sean is going to choose a winner, and the loser is going to have to drink. Maybe not a full chug, but like a good adult-sized portion of your beverage. Dina looks excited. Look at that. She's already preparing. She knows
I'm
she's going
just
to
such
lose.
a bad chugger.
It doesn't have to be a full chug. I know, she never went to college. Well, she went to college, but not like went to college.
I didn't go to college, so.
She still got 2 degrees while I was still trying to figure out how to tie a tie, so.
I can do that too.
So, Dina, are you ready for this? Are we excited?
I'm excited.
Do you think you can beat me? Do you have a chance?
No. I
my
don't think
God.
I stand a chance. I think this is going to be the one game where you can actually win.
I
Because
am
I don't fully
over-
understand it.
Are you putting wine in your White Claw?
I have to represent White Claw.
Hold on. We need to keep this audio separately. For folks at home, Dina is pouring a bottle of wine into her White Claw just so she can keep drinking from the White Claw for us.
Incredible.
I've never seen
White
anything
Claw,
like
this
this.
is dedication. I'm out of White Claw.
This is perfect.
It's weird super fight.
All right, Sean, get my champion.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, this is a good one. Okay, I've got Captain Jack walking around. Okay, all right, I'm feeling good about this. This is a good start.
All right. And his powers are shape-shifting. Jesus.
Fuck. What the
Drunken
fuck?
shape-shifting.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
These powers are a
You're
little
getting all my
overpowered.
shit.
And rides and fights with a perfectly trained Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yes!
I'm so angry. This is bullshit.
GG, motherfucker!
Okay. And his one trait,
Best one.
he's obsessed with feet.
Oh, no!
Better get another cold one ready if you're going to be using that word.
Oh. All right. So, is it weird that I want to torpedo my own character? Like, just have him die immediately? Like, is that...
You
That's
literally
up to
have the
you.
best character. Don't do that. I would be so angry. You
All
have
right, so-
Captain Jack Sparrow on a Tyrannosaurus Rex as a
Shape-shifting.
shapeshifter.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
So, but you have...
I don't know how you could beat that.
Yeah, this is gonna be good. All right, so we have our first champion, Dinosaurus. You are in for a tough fight here. We're gonna have to see how you roll.
Here we go. A gnome with a bad attitude.
I can pull that off. I'm fucking pissed right now.
Very
I wonder who
authentic.
came up with that one.
Yeah, I don't know who could possibly be.
Wow, that's weird.
This bad attitude gnome has shape-shifting
What?
and luck.
Yes!
How do you fight against someone who's lucky? What the fuck?
So maybe he's a leprechaun, not a gnome? Who
At
knows?
this point, he's a leprechaun. Okay.
It's like domino, man.
And this gnome only talks to people that are standing far away, like across a room.
So we have a socially awkward gnome with a bad attitude.
Okay.
Wait, is this Shannon? Is Shannon your gnome? All right. So it's time to prepare for battle. All right, I'm ready.
So
Kevin.
who's going? You're going first?
Yep, going first. She'll go first next round.
Okay. Ready? 60 seconds on the clock. And
Fight.
So Captain Jack, he just drunkenly stumbles off of a pirate ship. He's got rum in his hand. He's looking around. He sees this gnome who's obviously got a bad attitude. Like, I don't know what his attitude is. I don't know what his problem is. But Captain Jack is like, fucking hell. I don't know. I don't have a good Captain Jack. But he comes after him. He's rolling in on a giant T-Rex. I mean, this thing is huge. It's a tiny little gnome. It gets squished immediately by the first step. But even if it manages to avoid the T-Rex, Captain Jack jumps off and turns into like a fucking pterodactyl. He's like, caw, swoops down and eats this gnome. But feet first, because Captain Jack really likes fucking feet. But I mean, how do you beat that? This is so overpowered. He can be anything. This gnome can't get away from him. I don't care that he's a shapeshifter. I don't care about any of this other stuff. He cannot beat a shapeshifter and a T-Rex. His feet are as good as eaten. Maybe sucked on sexually,
right.
I'm sorry.
that was Captain Jack in the weirdest context ever. Dina, are you ready?
I
Do you need
hope
more
so.
wine in your White Claw?
All right. And 1 minute on the clock.
Fight.
All right, so after being eaten by this pterodactyl Captain Jack Sparrow, the gnome, the gnome transforms into, I don't have anything that it transforms into, another pterodactyl inside of its stomach, ripping it open from the inside out. It's got a bad attitude, and I don't remember what so then he runs away from, like, across this desert that they're in, because he obviously just came into the desert, because that's the scene from the movie that we're at right now. So he's across the desert, he runs over, and he's shouting at him, and I don't have a really good comeback.
He's just
You
talking
nasty
shit.
feet pervert. I don't know. He's just really angry. I swear to God, I'm a good writer. Fuck. I don't have any,
That is not...
he uses his shape-shifting ability. Oh, he takes over the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Makes the Tyrannosaurus Rex his bitch. And now, that's his pet, not Captain Jack Sparrow, because Jack Sparrow's dead. That's it.
You can't steal his T-Rex. It's perfectly trained. Get me
can do
back on the
whatever
clock,
he
Sean.
wants.
Get me back on the clock. I'm ready.
All right. 30 seconds on the clock.
Fight.
Captain Jack has never lost a battle of wits in his life. He's out there all the way across the room talking trash, thinking that he's on his T-Rex. Well, guess what? This T-Rex is perfectly trained. This is the first thing on there. It is a perfectly trained T-Rex. So he just gets a little whistle. The T-Rex throws him off, gulps him up in one bite. Because what's he gonna do? He's not ready to be eaten by T-Rex. He doesn't have the imagination. Just because this bad gnome with a writer's block can't fight doesn't mean he can handle this T-Rex power. Now Captain Jack's just gonna be sniffing his feet. That's what it's gonna be. His feet's gonna be all over the internet. It's gonna be sent to Peter Sean Tyrrell. That's how bad these feet are gonna be. Yeah, that's what happened.
I need
I was just
clarification.
thrown for a loop there. So you actually had a couple extra seconds because
I need
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Go ahead.
So wait, did the T-Rex eat me, or that's
This
what
is
you
all
said?
hypotheticals. This doesn't
or-
necessarily mean that this is what happened. This is just my argument for how
No,
I envision it going.
I
So
know
This is what
I
would
know
happen
that,
if it went down.
motherfucker. I couldn't hear you. Did the gnome get eaten or no?
it doesn't matter whether you did or not, because this is how your version of events.
Oh, I can change
You're
it.
not.
I thought that I had to
you're
like.
you're
play
not
off
like
it.
continuing his story.
No.
Your rebuttal
Oh.
is your version of what would happen if you guys fought and how your character would win.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at this. I
No,
thought I
you're
was.
good.
That's
trying to
okay.
help you.
We'll do another one after this.
Yeah, it takes a little practice.
Okay. Okay.
And you just remember that you're writing your own narrative about what would happen. Okay. 30 seconds on the clock. Actually, I'll give you 35 because Quigley got a couple extra.
Fight.
All right. The Tyrannosaurus Rex does not fight back or eat the gnome because he actually likes the gnome, because the gnome transformed into a girl Tyrannosaurus Rex, and now they're gonna run off into the sunset together, and they're gonna repopulate the dinosaur population and fuck the Ice Age, like in whatever fucking meteor. They're gonna repopulate them. This is how all other dinosaur species come about, and this is it. We've got a whole Jurassic Park thing going on now. Yeah. Has it been 30 seconds yet, please?
So Captain
was
Jack is just
perfect.
left in the desert somewhere.
Jack's dead.
You want- just so you can have dinosaur sex and repopulate the world.
All right.
All right, producer Sean, as our judge, which champion wins this first round?
Well, this was tough. Obviously,
Oh, good.
Jack Sparrow came in with a plan, and his abilities are quite impressive. And it looked really, really good for him early on. But I gotta say, the repopulating the planets of species of dinosaurs really knocked it out of the park for me. So, Dina, congratulations.
This is bullshit.
The gnome wins.
He's got a bad attitude. You are endorsing a bad attitude.
And that's
No,
without even
it's a
understanding
happy
the
ending.
game.
All right, I'm coming back in round two. I'm going to be champion here. I think anyone that listens to this podcast knows that I won round one. And this second round, I'm dedicating to the people. I'm dedicating to my people. I got you guys.
I'm dedicating mine to the Belgians.
Daniel,
Yeah.
your champion is Horse Girl.
Oh, no!
That's so good. Why would you put that on your list, dummy? Why would you do
Horse
that?
Girl? Oh, this is even better. Oh, Lord. Horse Girl has a massive, super strong penis that can function as a prehensile tail.
What? What's wrong with you? Miguel, my God.
Oh, my God. So basically, Horse Girl has a monkey tail for a penis.
Grip, hang from things, grab things.
Okay. And shape-shifting is back.
Wow, shapeshifting is really, really coming in handy here.
No, I'm going to re-roll.
Yeah,
We can't
yeah.
have... Shape-shifting's too OP, man.
Yeah.
We're going to re-roll that. We keep the penis tail.
Yeah.
And we add screaming.
Just that's the superpower is just screaming.
Okay, wait,
Screaming.
that was one of mine. I meant like the person from X-Men that's like, ah!
Oh, like Banshee.
I'm like,
Oh, like, yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
like the
I couldn't think of the
crazy,
word.
super auditory screaming.
Blah,
Okay.
blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And Horse Girl is scared of candy.
Did I put that? I don't think I put that.
No, I didn't put that.
Someone
One of
did.
yours.
That's amazing.
Someone I did not. I didn't add anything, you guys. All I did was take out one of the champions because you had a dupe.
Oh, man. So for folks at home, just really quick reset. Horse Girl's from episode 2 of the Don't Make a Weird podcast. She was a girl that I hooked up with one time that liked to role play like she was a horse, like just run around and pretend that she was a horse. And she is now my champion.
Nay. All right, Dina, you're champion. Old Gil from The Simpsons.
Is that the smoker?
Old Gil. No,
No, that's one of the twins. Who's Old Gil?
Old Gil is a side character who is perpetually bad luck, and he doesn't appear often, but I'm reminded of when he was a used car salesman and he couldn't sell any cars, so he wasn't getting paid, and his wife was going to leave him, and he's just down on his luck all the time.
Oh, come on, Gil, you need the sale.
Yeah, that's him.
Look it up.
Yep. So basically, he's Bad Luck Brian. For our new listeners that haven't watched
I know who that is.
Simpsons,
Gil
he's
Gunderson.
basically Bad Luck Brian. That's Gil. Yeah.
Old Gil. Okay. Old Gil has sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
Just like floating in the air next to him?
Whatever.
I guess? Or does he just always stand next to a pool full of sharks?
We'll just
I
say
don't know.
that he's in a pool of sharks.
It's on wheels, and it's a tank, and it's on wheels behind him. Okay.
There's our
We're
creativity.
establishing that now.
There's our
That's it.
creativity.
And he can summon a unicorn.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. Okay.
You got a menagerie coming
right.
after me.
And Old Gil has face blindness.
Yes. Okay. I can work with
I
this.
love that one.
That's
I
really
love
good.
that one.
That's really good.
Okay.
All right, so
60
Dina, you're up
seconds
first.
on the clock.
Dina, you're up first.
Wait, hold on. Don't start it yet. Totally forgot who. Oh, you're Horse Girl. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Fight.
Old Gil is gonna fight Horse Girl with her monkey tail penis out here like this because it's gotta go. It's too much. Nobody likes it. Old Gil's gonna roll up at this used car dealership. He's meeting Horse Girl who's trying to buy a car right now. And he's like, no, not today. This is your end. He's got his shark tank behind him. And he goes, yeah! And then he's like, a unicorn, obviously, is summoned. But the issue is that he can't tell her apart from the car dealer, person, seller, salesman next to her. So he's just got to kill them both. And then he decides that the unicorn is gonna the horn is gonna skewer them, and then the unicorn's gonna throw them into the pool of sharks, and they're gonna laser beam them in the air and saute it like a steak. It's gonna be like that flash, not flash fry, when you flash something really fast and it's cooked. That's, yeah, Sean hates me, it's fine.
A sear is what I think you were looking for there.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, 60 seconds on the clock for Horse Girl. Are we ready?
ready, baby. All right.
All right, here we go.
Fight.
Horse Girl comes prancing into this car dealership, just looking fabulous, just full on clop, 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 clop with her hands. She's even got the Monty Python little coconuts that she's putting together to make the sounds. And you know what? If there is one person in this entire world that is prepared to fight a unicorn, it's fucking Horse Girl. Because there is no one that knows horses more than this girl. So she comes up, she's like, nay! And the unicorn's like, what's up, bro? And you know what she does? She banshee screams this thing right in the face. It explodes in just a ball of magical grossness because, like I said, she knows how to come after this. And you know what? Bad Luck Brian, Old Gil, he has no luck. He's just out there trying to actually sell a car to the car dealer because he's hoping to make a buck so she can sneak up on him and come up behind him. Her little prehensile tail, like a slithering little snake, wraps around his neck, just starts freaking choking him out right there. The sharks and the laser beams, what are they gonna do? They're on a rolling wheel. They can't do anything.
All right.
Game on,
Dina's
Dina.
rebuttal.
You got nothing, Dina.
30
You're
seconds
done.
on the clock.
Fight.
So, my unicorn actually seduces Horse Girl. Because, horses and their long schlong.
No, that can't be it.
No, you still have time on the clock. I just had to.
So the two horses run off together, but Gil doesn't know that Horse Girl's gone because, face blindness. So then he still winds up killing the car salesman because I don't like salesmen. And he feeds them to the sharks that are behind him in the tank, and they just laser bang. And the car salesman is dead.
All right, the horse girl rebuttal starts now.
You can't just have your answer be, I'm going to seduce everything, Dina. They can't all just be seduced and run off into the sunset. That's not how this works. Horse Girl is on to the unicorn. She says, nay. Nay to your wily seductions, unicorn person. And she freaking... She uses the penis, right? When they think they're going to seduce each other? Prehensible tail, death by penis. That is number one. Then she goes back to old Gil, who's just again out there screwing around with the car salesman. And then she throws him into the sharks with laser beams. And it's over.
Well then.
Damn it, Dina.
I gotta say, this was very challenging for both of you. Your champions were not, top tier, as one would say. I did admire both of your showcasing of your abilities in this battle, and although I did really, really like what Dina had to say in her rebuttal, I felt it was a little... I'm just going to say it was kind of lazy to lean back on the sex thing. It got you the win last time.
That's exactly what
Another thing is, you mentioned Shark Tank like 3 times, and you didn't make one reference to the TV show. And for that reason, I'm out. Daniel, you win this.
Yes! 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 Sean, I need queued up. We are the champions. I'm celebrating. I've got my first ever win. We are done. I'm just cutting off the show. I'm done. We're winners.
No more games.
No more games.
Going out on a high note.
We're going to be a serious podcast from here on out, Dina.
I just want the listeners to know that I had a full dance prepared for them had I won.
Oh.
Now they're not
The
going
listeners
to
are going to hate me now. They're going to hate me. I'm never going to win again because they want to see Dina dance.
I mean, you guys split, so I don't understand the problem.
You know what?
There's a big problem with it.
You can't win every single game, Dina.
I
take the board
have
and
my
go
whole
home.
life.
Oh, that
I'm going to end up
makes it easier to
underneath the canoe.
understand.
In a
You
swamp
can end
full
up underneath a canoe.
a swamp full of alligators.
Another dead character in the
Joe
story
Schmo.
of Dina. Joe Schmo. All right, are we going to do another one, or should we move on to the tropes
We
discussion?
gotta move on.
Okay.
Folks, at home, if you like this segment, because I actually think this is probably one of the greatest things we've ever done. I want to know what you think. What are some superpowers? What are some characters? And what are some traits that you would love to see added to our pool for future episodes? Because maybe we'll get another author to get in on this, have a little 3-way, a little menage a super fight. We want to hear from you.
You couldn't even
We
say
want
the
to hear
word
from
right.
you. Yeah, I agree. I should. Belgium's going to be really disappointed in me. Oh, man.
Salt's not good
That's
for
not
you, Dina.
Dutch.
I understand it's not Dutch, but they're cultured out there. They understand. But anyway, so leave us your superpowers. Tell us your attributes. Tell us the characters that you want to see us argue for on your behalf, and we will go to war for you, fans. All right, now we got to get on to our main segment here. Dina, it's time to talk tropes. You know, you went too often to the trope about seducing your opponent, and now it cost you. So tell us about tropes. What are tropes? How can we find them? And let's discuss.
I'm not going to lie. I totally just forgot to look up like an actual definition of a trope.
Dina, I gave you the homework this time.
Yeah, you did. That was my fault. So I'm just going to go off the books here and be like, it's a stereotypical happenstance within the entertainment industry. There's lots of them.
There are definitely some. It's a little bit of the cliches, things that you see happen a lot in TV shows, movies, and books.
Overused plot devices, things like that.
Yep. And
Thanks for helping me out, guys.
Yeah, we got your back, buddy. We're here for you. So, all right. So, tell us, Dina, what are some of your favorites? What are some tropes that you're like, you know what? I'm on board with that. I like that.
Are we starting with like the favorites?
Yeah.
My absolute die-hard favorite trope is the fake dating trope, where they're like pretending to be together and then they actually wind up being together and getting together, because that is how I got my husband. So that's like my die-hard. I'll
so
go
that
down for
happened
that
to you
trope,
in
no matter
real
what.
life.
Yes.
This happened to you in real life. Okay.
It's another story for the podcast. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Teasing us.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
So you
my
like the
all-time favorite, and like books that did it really well. To All the Boys I Loved, Hunger Games. Yeah, that's all that I can think of off the top of my head. But yes, and then like my life. So.
In my life. I agree. Actually, that's a really great trope. I as much as I'm usually not like the guy that's into the romance things, like I think that's pretty funny and cute, and like, you know, I feel like it's relatable because everyone, even as guys, like maybe we haven't met our future spouses through that one, but like we've had to pretend to be, you know, the boyfriend of the girl at the bar to get the creep to leave her alone. Like everyone's had some story where they've had to hop in that role, and it's, you know, I feel like that's a rite of passage, man. So my favorite trope, and you know, obviously, this goes out to my guys over at Star Wars. I love the old hermit in the woods, the wise like master that, you know, is either down on their luck. Maybe they, you know, in some TV shows and movies or books, you know, they're the drunk, they're the outcast, or the disgraced former champion that, you know, is like, I don't want to train you, but like secretly end up being a badass, and they end up being like liked and likable. And I mean, hell, even like Master Splinter, like there's a lot of great examples. Yoda, you know, of these, like the wise old master that you find last place. Yeah.
Aragon. I forget the name of the wise old master, but that's my favorite version of that trope.
That is a good one.
It's beautifully done. I love it. Okay, go ahead.
I am such a sucker for that whole like kind of redemption of not only the master, but you know, the pupil learning just that something that they wouldn't have found like in their everyday life. And you know, I think that's something like that's cool and relatable. Like I love the idea that, you know, I'm gonna stumble onto a hobo under an overpass and he's gonna teach me how to shoot laser beams. I don't know, but even though that's probably impossible, I like that the dream is still there.
We'll make it happen for you.
I appreciate that, Dina. I appreciate that. So that's
welcome.
good. Do you have any ones that you like? I mean, besides, I mean, Aragon's a really good call on your part.
You know, I really can't. I can't think of any off the top of my head besides that one, because that one just like stuck with me so much. Like it's been years since I read that, and it's oh wait no I Am Number 4 has the whole series. They've got what is his I forget his Earth name, whatever, but it's John Number 4's basically like dad, like his guardian, is a really good one. Yeah.
John Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I think that's, you know, that's the thing about tropes, is a lot of times people like to crap on them, and we are going to be those people that do crap on them in a second. But there are some really good ones that really kind of like, even if we've seen it before, like it kind of gives you that warm fuzzy feeling. Like, you know, we've talked about every story's been told before. It's just a matter of how you tell it, you know.
Right.
So Dina, now let's hit.
I think
let's
we
hit
talked
the
about
opposite.
that in the last episode. I don't think we talked about that here. Okay. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, so tell us now. Let's go in reverse. Let's have the fun. What's the worst trope? What's the one that drives you freaking insane?
I hate the damsel in distress. I hate it. I hate it so much because, like, I'm, as we've seen from all of my stories, I'm a very independent, like, I'm gonna make my own story type of thing. And I hate when they have women that are just this hopeless damsel in distress, and, like, the whole time you're reading it, it's like you could just, like, go through the door and you'd be safe. Like, it's fine. It's, like, walk. And you'd be fine. That's it. Like Twilight does it a lot with Bella. I don't like it because she could absolutely wait. I have a quote.
Ooh, we got quotes now.
Oh, it's like basically addressing the fact that she's been using a trope for the past two books, and it says, I can't always be Lois Lane, I want to be Superman too. And that's why she wants to become a vampire, is because she's the damsel in distress all the time. But honey, you didn't have to be the damsel in distress the whole time. You didn't have to. You could have just, like, not hung out with the vampires. Like,
Just
you
make
had
a
a
decision.
werewolf that wanted to protect you, and, like, you didn't, he wanted to empower you. He was like, yeah, I'll teach you how to fight. Like, you didn't have to be a fucking monkey climbing up a tree. You didn't have to be freaking Princess Peach. Stop it. Knock it off and do your own thing. Okay, I'm fine.
No, I love it. I love it. And you want to know what I love too is, like, you'll see this sometimes in, like, TV shows. Like, I feel like TV shows do this the most, where they're like, they set up the damsel in distress, but then at the, like, last minute, like, after the main hero's just busted through everyone, gone on a huge rampage, finally finds her, that's when she's like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
going to step on my captor's toe and technically free myself. But really, we just did the fucking trope. We just wanted to try to, like, cover our ass and pretend we're not being sexist right now. It's like, have her get
There's
out of it on her
a
own. What? Sorry, go on.
Oh no, there's a book series which I love. I will preface this: I love this series, and it did it pretty well. But the selection, the one, does that a lot, because she's, like, supposed to be. She volunteers and, like, is gonna save her family from financial duress because she's gonna go be in, like, this, basically the bachelor for a prince or whatever, and it makes it feel like she's taking her own destiny, but at the same time, like, he finds out that she's just there to save her family from financial stress, and then he's like, oh, let me save you because your family's poor and you need my help. And I'm still just like, oh my god, like, she could have, like, get a job. Stop.
Get a job, you damn hippie.
Become a Robin Hood or something. Like, fuck, you don't need him.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, I agree. And so it's almost like it pisses me off more when they try to pretend like they're not doing the damsel in distress, when it's like, you did 98% of it, and just because she steps on the kidnapper's toes at the very last second doesn't mean that she wasn't the damsel in distress the whole damn time.
Yeah.
So mine is, and you know how I said I love Star Wars. Star Wars is also on the reverse side of this, where this is the bad trope, which is the newbie saves the day. The amateur that really doesn't actually know how to do whatever the fuck they're supposed to do ends up saving the day. And this is usually tied with the chosen one trope a little bit. But, like, I know this is low-hanging fruit, but Phantom Menace. Anakin hops into a
Wonder
jet.
if this sounds like pee.
And for folks at home, she's currently pouring more wine into
It
her
does.
White Castle, White Claw. I wish it was White Castle. But yeah, so Anakin, you know, he's like a freaking 8-year-old, and yeah, he's got some pod racing experience. And yes, I understand the Force and the midichlorians, but he just hops in a jet and flies into space and shoots shit. And it's like, okay, you got pilots that this has literally been their whole life that are like, oh, I can't fucking do that.
Yeah.
And this happens, like, in Harry Potter,
natural
and this
chosen
happens this happens
Yeah.
in the Hunger Games, where you just have, like, the person who's an amateur. Like in Hunger Games, you have people who've been training at the elite facilities specifically for the Hunger Games, and all Katniss is like a good shot at hunting, and she just goes and fucks everyone up. And it's like, in real life, skill is going to be will. If you take, like, you know, I understand that maybe there's some, like, basketball prospect, and, you know, he might be the next Michael Jordan, but he's 8 years old, so if he goes and plays a game against Michael Jordan, like, I'm sorry. He's gonna fucking lose, you know? Like, you take an MMA fighter, maybe this kid's a prodigy at 10 years old, but if you put him in the ring against even a mid-level fighter, he's gonna get absolutely wrecked and smashed, and so I'm sorry, newbie. Alright, buddy? You can't just go and kick everyone's ass just because it's convenient for the plot! That's the one that gets me every time.
It's fair enough. Did you say your favorite?
Yeah, my favorite was the old Wise Master.
Oh,
Come on, Dina, listen to me. Active listening ears, Dina?
I can literally watch a TV show and forget what I'm watching. Like, I'm so sorry.
But you remembered that I was a football player during our little, like, thing and made me lose that game.
I remember things about, I remember weird stuff. Weird stuff just, like, sticks, and then, like, other stuff doesn't. I promise I was listening to you.
This is the love that my coworker, she's already thinking about Jess. She's already thinking about man.
I was going to say, you called me Jess. Let's not even start that.
Hey, remember that time that Sean said you're a bad writer?
Ooh.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring up the one time that I fucked up.
We're just out here tossing everyone under the bus at all times. Classic deflection. All right.
No, you're tossing them under the bus. Nobody else is.
I would never. Dina-fer. That's rude.
Dina-fer.
All right.
Oh, God.
It is time for what the fans are here for. It is time for the thing that we are all most excited about in every one of our podcast shows. Cue the music, Sean. It is time for story time with Dinosaurus.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's story time with Dina.
All right. 16 years old. Dun, dun, dun.
So she's already junior in college at this point.
Yeah. Actually, I was finishing up my first degree at this point because I doubled up on classes. What? So I had met this friend, and we'll call her Christine. She was in one of my classes, and we planned like a little study date or whatever at her farm. And I showed up at her house, and we studied for a couple hours, and then she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna have a couple friends come over," and I was like, "All right, sounds like fun. Like, I'm 16. I don't know that this should be a warning sign that something is about to happen. I don't."
I'm a rebel.
I had a shirt that said rebel, actually. Okay. Anyway.
Of course you did, Dina.
So, her friends show up, and like they're all on motorcycles, but it's fine. I don't really care. Like, why should I care? They drive motorcycles. That's pretty freaking cool for them. Like, motorcycles are fun. I've never been on one.
So is it like a Harley, or is this like backcountry, like dirt bikes?
No, I don't ask me questions about motor vehicles. I don't know.
Fair enough.
They were shiny. They were pretty.
Shiny and pretty. This is all right.
Oh my God, they're gonna be so disappointed in me if they ever hear this. Okay, so it's getting late at night. I called my mom and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna hang out with these people or whatever." Friend, did I call her Christine? Christine gave me like it was like a Mike's Hard Lemonade or whatever. Like, we're having a good time, whatever, it's fine. So anyway, this keeps happening over. No, never. That's wrong, children. Don't do it. Okay. It keeps happening more and more. Like, they invited me to start hanging out. They're like, "Hey, you're pretty cool. Like, even though you're 16, wow, that's shocking. Like, you're pretty dope. Let's hang out more." So we did start hanging out more. And
this
actually,
is more red flags
when my
for the kids at
boyfriend,
home.
Yep, sure is. Don't do that. So, actually, when my boyfriend hung up on me, he broke up with me over the phone.
Bastard.
They showed up at my work. Yeah, they showed up at my work actually, and like took turns in front of him, like confessing their undying love for me. So that was pretty cool. I still didn't know that, like, it was just to piss him off and make him jealous. But I still didn't realize like who they were or anything until one night I was like, "Hey, Ma, I'm gonna go hang out at my friend Christine's house." And my dad was really pissed off because he was like, no 16-year-old should be out after dark. Like, what are you doing? And totally solid advice, but yeah, totally legit. But I still convinced him that I could go. So I went, and I was going to spend the night at her house because they were having a party. And, well, a party. It was just like a get-together, but it's fine. And this is the moment that I realized that I had fucked up.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Okay? So it's been several months that we've all been hanging out. I go on rides on their bikes. Like, we're having a good time. We're all just hanging out. We go bowling sometimes, you know? They saved me from my crappy ex-boyfriend. Yeah. Totally, yeah. Nothing weird is happening other than I know a couple of them are drug dealers, but I don't care. I don't judge.
How many tattoos are we talking
Not my
about?
business.
Like, are these like 40-year-old dudes, like big beards, or are these like younger guys?
No. They were like 20s.
Okay.
20, yeah, I'd say 20s. Mid-20s, late 20s, yeah.
Tatted up, though, or are we talking like tattoo sleeves here?
A couple of them have like tattoo, maybe some matching tattoos, you know? Which is not a red flag for me because, again, I'm 16. But yeah,
and plus,
no, they've
we're going to
got
have
some
matching tattoos
tattoos.
here anyways. Yeah, like the whole Don't Make Me
Yeah,
podcast,
for sure.
we're all going to get one, yeah.
Yeah, DMIW right here. So, there's no face tattoos. Like, they're not scary tattoos or anything. You know, somebody's got...
That's where we draw the line.
Somebody had a skull tattoo. Like, nobody had, like, naked women or anything. That was up and up for me. I was cool with that. Oh, God. So, and a couple drug dealers. Just like casual, like shrooms or something like
not
that.
heroin.
Maybe heroin.
Maybe heroin?
Okay.
That's not a casual drug dealer for giving out heroin. My God.
They didn't do any drugs. I'm just kidding. If they listen to this, they're gonna be really mad at me. So I need to correct that. They didn't sell heroin. It's fine. So, yeah, that night that I went to go spend the night at her house, I took a nap in her bedroom because we were all gonna go out for a late night ride, and then she woke me up and we all went out for a ride, and we were all going down these like back roads or whatever, and they were like, stay low, and I'm on the back of somebody's bike, and then all of a sudden he goes, stay low, and I was like, what does stay low mean on the back of a bike? Like, what do you mean stay low? And then there was lots of loud pops, we'll say, but it was definitely gunfire. There was definitely gunfire. Oh, no. So we start booking it. We're booking it. I hear somebody go, oh my God. Wait, I gotta come up with a name. Oh my
Fernando.
God. Where's Fernando? So somebody dropped off. We don't know where Fernando is. I'm just like, oh my God, get me off this bike. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm gonna die.
It was just firecrackers, Dina. It was just firecrackers, okay? It was just firecrackers.
No, it's totally fine. It's totally
like 4th of
fine.
July.
Yeah, it's just,
Stay
exactly.
low. It's firecrackers.
It's the newest dance craze.
So they were like, oh my God, like, Fernando's gone. Somebody's got to go back and find him. And the guy that I was on the bike with was like, I'll go. And I was like, no, we fucking won't. No, we will not. Get me off this bike. I don't care. Like, just get me back to Christine's house. I don't care. So he took me back, thankfully. We didn't go looking for Fernando. But the next morning, after I went to bed, with a knife under my pillow because I realized what kind of fucked up shit I had gotten in.
Fuck.
Yeah, nobody found Fernando.
I mean, did you know Fernando,
Yeah,
or was this just like a random dude?
No, Fernando was like one of the people I would go bowling with, like.
Oh
yeah.
shit! So you knew
R.I.P.
Fuck.
Fernando was
R.I.P.
like the
Fernando.
yeah,
Fernando.
yeah, Fernando's gone. He was the shroom dealer of the group, so that was cool.
He probably just got
And
high on all the
after that-
shrooms. That's what the story is now.
That was like the thing that I was okay with, though, was like they didn't do drugs themselves. I was just like, all right, you gotta make a living.
They're just
It's fine.
pushers.
Yeah. After that, when Fernando went missing the next morning and everybody was just kind of like, we're not going to talk about it, I was like, no, shouldn't we call somebody? And they were like, no, we don't talk about it. I was like, oh, I know what this is. So I never talked to anybody again. They called me a couple times and they were like, hey, you want to hang out? And I was like, no. And they were like, but we're going for a ride. Like, it's the crew. The crew's going for a ride. And I was like, so I changed my phone number and I quit my job. Not because of that, it just so happened that it coincided, but still, like, I totally ghosted them. So if you guys ever see this, I'm sorry, but I'm not like that. Thank you.
Did they ever give you like a motorcycle gang nickname? Like, were you ever like Dangerous D?
They called me D and they called me Dinosaurus, but that was already a nickname that I had.
Already
They
established.
just like kind of, yeah, they just solidified it.
Yeah,
Or they
from
called
now
me
on,
D.
we're gonna retell the story that's how you got Dinosaurus as a nickname, is from a motorcycle gang. That's gonna make
I
it so
have a
much
story
more legit.
though. I have a story for like the nickname though. So I mean,
Of
it's
course
up to
you
you
do.
guys.
So we'll put that for a little
we can call it
teaser
that.
later.
It's fine.
Oh my god. So we've graduated from fake boyfriends to possible accessory to murder. So
Oh yeah, I didn't.
We
I
already
guess,
know
like,
that you got the nickname after your first kill, okay?
I guess we were being chased by somebody, and that's
After
why we
taking out
started
Jack
booking
Sparrow.
it. I don't know. Jack Sparrow was
Accidentally
our-
joined the gang, huh?
So
yeah, I
really
didn't
what
know.
we're finding out is that this podcast is just a front for Dina to launder money for her gang.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I grow the real shrooms.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So, Dina, I'm told that you have a reading prepared for Sally over here.
Yep.
Yes, I do. Also, I would like to state I have never done drugs. Thank you.
We can tell by how you chug alcohol that this is probably true.
Are you on the pot?
Are you on the marijuanas right now?
What? Okay, I sent the. Oh, I lost a headphone. That's gonna happen every episode. I need to get new headphones. I sent
send
you
it
your
Twitter?
little reading.
Oh.
No,
Is it
I
on
sent
Twitter or
it in
Facebook?
Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
Facebook.
God.
Wait, should I introduce the book?
Yes, please.
Okay, this is not a book that I picked out, nor have I ever read. This is just from a list that I picked out, or that I found on on Google. It's called I Am Charlotte Simmons by Tom Wolfe. So this is a man writing about a woman from a woman's perspective, I assume. But I don't know, I've never read it. Okay, go ahead.
They're really good at that.
Yeah, they are.
God. All right, here we go. Fuck, Dina. Slither, slither, slither went the tongue, but the hand was what she tried to concentrate on. The hand, since it had the entire terrain of her torso to explore, and not just the orthophonological caverns. Fuck you. Oh God, it was not just at the border where the flesh of the breast joins the pectoral sheath of the chest. No, the hand was cupping her entire right. Now she must say no, Hoyt, and talk to him like a dog. Oh God. No touch. That's bad touch.
Okay, so we've learned that Dina's much better at this than you are.
Oh, pubic.
That's what she said.
Oh.
Oh,
I
got him.
support that. Yeah, I support that.
That's a drink.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
yeah. The sheath, though, is that this area the sheath?
Dude, it's better than wound.
I like the slither, slither, slither. Like, what the fuck?
I really want to do it with a lisp. Like, can I just be like slither, slither,
Slither?
slither? Slither went the tongue.
Good lord. Okay. So
I like the dog part.
Slither, slither, slither went the tongue, but the hand is what really she had to concentrate on.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ. Next read. Okay, calm down there, Monica.
Monica.
All right. Choose your adventure for the next episode or a future episode. We've got 3 options. I'll be posting the poll shortly. For those of you who missed the last poll, follow us on Twitter. You'll be able to vote on what story Dina tells us next time.
We have My Neighbor Buys a Camel. We have Helping Christine with her cheating boyfriend.
We're dropping names. Okay.
This is Christine from the Biker Story, is what I think.
It's Christine from the biker. Yeah, it's Christine from the Biker Story. And then we have Convincing My Aunt that she is a medium.
Talking to ghosts. Man, these are some good options. I'm excited for this. Ding, 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 ding. Belgium, I know that we dropped in your ratings a little bit, but if you're still listening to us, Belgium, just know that we love you. We're going to dedicate a whole show to you, all right? So I have been one of your hosts, and I thank you so much for listening. So please, if you like this podcast, find us on Spotify, find us on Apple, find us anywhere that podcasts are found, or even on YouTube. Like, subscribe, give us good reviews so we can bring you more of this glorious content. You can find me on Twitter at DanQWritesThing. DanQWritesThing. Dina, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at DinasaurusD. Big D.
And producer Sean, the only
nuts.
adult in the room, where can the folks find you?
I'll be on the couch, hunched over a plate of lasagna.
Outstanding. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. Jazz hands.